Welcome to a very special video. Today you will not just learn English. Today you will learn something much more important. You will learn how to live a better life. And you will do it through the power of story. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to think carefully before you answer. How long have you been trying to learn English? 1 year? 2 years? Maybe 5 years? And yet, you still feel stuck. You still feel that English is too difficult. You still feel that your speaking is not good enough. You still feel that your listening is not fast enough. Why is that? Most people believe the problem is their brain. They say, I am not good at languages. They say, I am too old to learn. They say, I do not have time. But I am going to tell you something very important today. The problem is not your brain. The problem is not your age. The problem is not your time. The real problem is your method. When you try to learn English by memorizing long lists of vocabulary, you forget. When you try to learn English by studying grammar rules, you become confused and bored. When you try to learn English by translating word by word, you stay slow and afraid. But when you learn English through story, through real, meaningful, emotional stories, something magical happens. Your brain starts to remember. Your ears start to open. Your mouth starts to move with confidence. This is the power of story. And this is exactly what we will do today. In this video, you will follow a beautiful and powerful story. Inside this story, there are 10 important lessons about life. Each lesson will teach you something new about how to think, how to speak, and how to succeed. These are not just English lessons. These are life lessons. And together, they form a complete roadmap, a map that can guide you to the life you want to live. So get comfortable. Relax your body. Take a slow, deep breath. And let us begin. Our story takes place in a small village. This village sits at the bottom of a great mountain. The mountain is very tall and covered in green forest. At the top of the mountain, there is a beautiful valley. People call it the Valley of Peace. In this village, there lives a young man. His name is Elias. Elias is 23 years old. He works hard every day, but he feels that his life is going nowhere. He feels stuck. He feels lost. One morning, an old woman walks into the village. She is a traveler. She has walked for many years. She has seen many places. And she carries with her a very old, very beautiful book. The old woman says to Elias, "Young man, I can see that you are looking for something." Inside this book, there are 10 doors. Each door holds a lesson. If you open all 10 doors, you will find the valley you are searching for. Elias takes the book. He opens the first page. And the journey begins. The biggest distance in the world is not between two countries. It is the distance between the idea in your mind and the action in your hands. Most people live and die with their best ideas still inside them. They say, I will start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. The power of beginning is this: you do not need to be ready. You just need to start. Elias stands at the base of the mountain. He looks up. The path is long. The forest is dark. He does not know what is waiting for him on that mountain. His legs feel heavy. His heart beats fast. But then he remembers the old woman's words. You do not need to know the whole path. You only need to take the first step. Elias takes a deep breath, and he steps forward. There is a famous story about a frog. If you put a frog into hot water, it will jump out immediately. It reacts quickly. It saves itself. But if you put the same frog into cold water, and then slowly, very slowly, make the water warm, the frog does not jump. It gets comfortable. It gets used to the temperature, and slowly, without realizing, it stays too long. This is what happens to many of us. We get comfortable. We wait. We say, it is not the right time. And while we wait, the water around us slowly gets warmer. And we miss our moment. The lesson is simple: begin now. Begin imperfectly. Begin with fear if you must, but begin. Step 1, speak English for just 5 minutes today. Do not wait until your English is perfect. Start now. Talk to yourself. Talk to a friend. Record your voice on your phone. Step 2. Write one sentence in English every morning. One sentence, that is all. Just one beginning every day. Step 3. Say this sentence out loud right now. I am beginning my English journey today. Say it again. Say it with confidence. In our modern world, we want everything fast. We want fast food. We want fast internet. We want fast results. But the most beautiful things in life grow slowly. A great tree does not grow in one day. A deep friendship does not form in 1 hour. An English fluency does not come in 1 week. Patience is not weakness. Patience is wisdom. As Elias walks deeper into the forest, he becomes frustrated. He has been walking for a long time, but he cannot see the top of the mountain. He cannot see any progress. He feels like he is going in circles. Then he notices something. He stops and looks at a tall, beautiful tree beside the path. The tree is enormous. Its roots go deep into the ground. Its branches reach high into the sky. Elias touches the tree and whispers, "How long did it take you to grow this big?" Of course, the tree does not answer. But in his heart, Elias knows. The tree did not grow in a month or a year. The tree grew slowly, quietly, 1 ring at a time. And now it is magnificent. In China, there is a plant called the Chinese bamboo tree. When you plant its seed, you must water it every day. And for the first year, nothing happens. You see no growth. You water, and nothing comes out of the ground. The second year, nothing. The third year, nothing. The fourth year, still nothing. But in the 5th year, something incredible happens. The bamboo tree grows up to 30 meters in just 6 weeks. Where was it growing before? Underground. Building roots. Building strength. Building a foundation. Your English is like the bamboo tree. Some days, you feel like nothing is happening. You feel like you are not improving. But do not stop. Your roots are growing. Your foundation is getting stronger, and one day, very soon, you will grow fast and you will grow tall. Step 1. Measure your progress every month, not every day. Write a short diary in English at the end of each week. Then, after 1 month, read what you wrote at the beginning. You will be amazed. Step 2. Repeat this sentence slowly every day. My English is getting better. I cannot always see it, but it is happening. Step 3. Be kind to yourself. Patience starts with kindness. Speak to yourself the way a good teacher speaks to a student, with encouragement, not criticism. We are taught that failure is the opposite of success. But this is wrong. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. Every great person who ever lived, every inventor, every artist, every leader, failed many times before they succeeded. The question is not, will I fail? The question is, what will I do when I fail? The path up the mountain becomes steeper. Elias is climbing now. His hands grip the rocks. His boots struggle on the wet ground. And then, he slips. He falls. He rolls down the path, scraping his hands, hurting his knee. He lies on the cold ground and looks up at the sky. For a moment, he wants to give up. He thinks, maybe I am not meant to reach the top. But then he thinks of something. He thinks about the first time he learned to ride a bicycle. He fell many times before he could ride. And every time he fell, he learned something. Where to balance, how to steer, when to slow down. He stands up. He brushes the dirt from his clothes. And he continues climbing. 2 seeds lie in the ground, side by side. The first seed thinks, what if I fail? What if I push through the ground and no one waters me? What if the sun does not shine? What if an animal eats me? So the first seed stays in the ground. It waits, it worries, it never grows. The second seed thinks, I do not know what will happen. But I will try. It pushes up through the dark soil. It breaks through the surface. The sun shines on it. The rain waters it. And slowly, it becomes a beautiful flower. The first seed, the one that was afraid to fail, was eventually eaten by a beetle, still in the ground. Your English mistakes are not your weakness. They are the soil through which you grow. Step 1. Make at least 1 English mistake every day. Yes, you heard correctly. Make mistakes on purpose. Try a sentence that is difficult for you. If it comes out wrong, try again. Each mistake teaches you something. Step 2. When someone corrects your English, say thank you sincerely. Correction is a gift. Step 3. Write down 3 English mistakes you made this week. Then write the correct version beside each one. This is how you learn from failure. Most people do not really listen. They hear the words, but they do not listen to the meaning. They are already thinking about what they want to say next. Real listening is one of the rarest and most powerful skills in the world. The person who truly listens is the person who truly understands. Near the middle of the mountain, Elias finds a small stone house. An old hermit lives there. A hermit is a person who lives alone, away from other people. Elias knocks on the door. The old hermit opens the door. He does not speak. He just looks at Elias with kind eyes. He gestures for Elias to come in. Inside, there is warm tea and bread. The hermit pours tea and sits across from Elias. Still, he does not speak. Elias feels uncomfortable. He wants to fill the silence with words. But something inside tells him to be quiet, to wait, to listen. After a long moment of silence, the hermit finally speaks, very softly. And in those few quiet words, there is more wisdom than in many long speeches. Elias realizes he has been talking so much that he forgot to listen. And in his silence, he hears something new. The writer Stephen Covey once wrote something very important. He said that most people listen not to understand, but to reply. Think about this. When someone is talking to you, are you really listening? Or are you already thinking about your answer? In English learning, the same thing happens. Many students focus too much on speaking. They forget to listen deeply. But deep listening is what builds your English the fastest. When you really listen, when you focus on the words, the rhythm, the emotion, your brain absorbs English like a sponge absorbs water. Step 1. Listen to this video again. But this time, close your eyes. Just listen. Do not look at text. Just hear the rhythm of the English. This practice is called blind listening. Step 2. When you watch an English video, listen for the emotion in the speaker's voice. How do they feel? Are they excited? Calm? Sad? The emotion helps you understand the meaning. Step 3. Practice active listening in your native language too. When someone speaks to you today, look at them in the eyes, nod your head, and wait until they finish before you reply. This habit makes you a better listener in every language. Fear of speaking is one of the most common fears in the world. In any language, people are afraid of making mistakes. They are afraid of what others will think. They are afraid of sounding stupid. But the truth is this: the people who look at you with judgment are usually the ones who are too afraid to speak themselves. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is speaking even when you are afraid. Elias reaches a crossroads. 3 paths appear before him. 2 other travelers are also standing there. They look as confused as Elias. Elias wants to ask for help. But he is nervous. What if he says the wrong thing? What if they laugh at him? Then he remembers something the old hermit showed him, a picture of a bird sitting on the edge of a thin branch bending in the wind. But the bird was not afraid. Why? Because the bird trusted not the branch, but its own wings. Elias takes a breath, and he speaks. "Excuse me," he says, "I am trying to reach the Valley of Peace. Do you know which path I should take?" The other travelers smile warmly. They do not laugh. They answer kindly. And together, the 3 of them choose the right path. By speaking, Elias gains 2 things: the right direction and 2 new friends. A parrot and a crow both lived in the same great jungle. The parrot had beautiful, colorful feathers. But the parrot was afraid. It sat in the shadows. It never spoke. It was afraid that its voice was not perfect. The crow had plain, dark feathers. But the crow was brave. Every morning, it called out into the sky. It was not a beautiful voice, and it was real. It was honest. And because the crow spoke, it found food. It found community. It found a place in the world. The parrot, beautiful and silent, lived alone in its shadow. Do not be the parrot. Be the crow. Speak. Even if your voice is not perfect. Because your imperfect voice will take you much further than your perfect silence. Step 1. Today, say one sentence in English to someone, anyone. A friend. A family member. Even yourself in the mirror. One sentence is enough. Step 2. Record a 60-second voice message in English on your phone. Talk about your day. Talk about this video. Talk about anything. Then listen back. Notice what sounds good. Notice what you want to improve. Step 3. Repeat this affirmation out loud right now. I am brave enough to speak. My English voice is growing stronger every day. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. This is one of the most important ideas you will ever learn. Your habits determine your life, not your dreams, not your wishes. Your daily habits. A small, consistent action done every day is more powerful than a huge action done once a year. Elias notices something beautiful as he walks. He sees a small stream of water flowing beside the path. The water is not fast. It is very slow and gentle, but as it flows, it carves a path through the stone. He stops and looks at the rock. The stone is hard, but the soft, gentle water has cut a deep channel through it, not by force, but by consistency, not by power, but by patience. Day after day, the water flowed, and eventually, the rock opened. Elias thinks my habits are like this water, small, gentle, but if I am consistent, I will carve my path. In Japan, there is a powerful philosophy called Kaizen. This word means continuous small improvement. The idea is very simple: get 1% better every day. If you get 1% better every day for 1 year, you will be 37 times better by the end of the year. 37 times. That is the power of small, daily habits. In your English learning, you do not need to study for 3 hours every day. You need to study for 15 minutes every day. 15 minutes of English listening. 15 minutes of speaking practice. That is a habit you can maintain forever. The key word is every day, not when you feel like it every single day. Step 1. Choose your English time. Every day, at the same time, for 15 to 20 minutes, you will do something in English. Watch a video. Listen to a podcast. Read a short article. Make it a habit, like brushing your teeth. Step 2. Use a habit tracker. Make a simple table. Every day you practice English, put a tick in the box. Try to make a long chain of ticks. Do not break the chain. Step 3. Connect your English habit to something you already do. After morning coffee, English. Before sleep, English. This is called habit stacking. Words are not just sounds. Words are not just letters on a page. Words have the power to build or destroy. Words can start wars or end them. Words can break a heart or heal it. The words you use to describe your life become your life. When you say I can't, you close a door. When you say I will try, you open one. On the mountain path, Elias passes through a small village. But something feels wrong. The people in this village are angry. They complain all the time. This mountain is too hard. The path is impossible. Nobody ever reaches the top. It is not worth trying. Elias notices something strange. All of the people in this village have stopped climbing. They stopped long ago. And now they just sit and talk about why it cannot be done. But their words are not just describing their reality. Their words are creating it. Elias passes through this village quickly, but he carries the lesson with him forever. 2 painters lived in a city. Both were talented. Both had the same brushes, the same colors, the same canvas. The first painter always said, I am not good enough. My paintings are not beautiful. People do not like my work. And slowly, his paintings became exactly that. Dull, lifeless, lacking confidence. The second painter always said, I am improving. Every painting teaches me something new. I am becoming a better artist every day. And slowly, her paintings became more and more beautiful. Not because she was born with more talent, but because her words guided her hands. Your English is your painting. The words you use to describe it will either make it grow or make it shrink. Choose your words carefully. Step 1. Replace these phrases in your mind. When you think, I can't speak English, replace it with, I am still learning to speak English. When you think my English is bad, replace it with my English is improving. This is not lying to yourself. This is telling a better truth. Step 2. Learn 5 powerful English words this week. Not easy words, powerful words. Words like determined, resilient, courageous, consistent, grateful. Use them in sentences. Let powerful words enter your daily vocabulary. Step 3. Write a letter to yourself in English. Tell yourself one thing you are proud of. Tell yourself one thing you are working on. And end the letter with encouragement. Gratitude is one of the most misunderstood concepts in the world. People think gratitude means saying thank you when something good happens. But real gratitude is much deeper than that. Real gratitude is being thankful for the journey, including the hard parts. Real gratitude changes how you see the world. And when you see the world differently, the world actually becomes different. On the second night of his journey, Elias sleeps under the open sky. He is tired. His feet hurt. His hands are sore from climbing. He lies on his back looking up at the stars. For a long time, he just breathes. He breathes the cool mountain air. He looks at the stars. And slowly, something shifts inside him. He thinks about everything he has seen on this journey. The tall tree, the gentle stream, the old hermit, the crossroads, the village of bitter words. And he feels grateful. Not because the journey is easy, but because the journey is his. Because he is alive. Because he is moving forward. In that moment, under the stars, Elias feels peace. Scientists have studied the effect of gratitude on the human brain. They found something remarkable. When people write down 3 things they are grateful for every morning, their brain produces more of the chemicals that make us feel happy and calm. But even more interesting, people who practice gratitude regularly are more motivated, more productive, and they sleep better at night. Gratitude is not just a nice feeling. It is a powerful tool, and you can use it every day for free. Step 1. Every morning, write 3 things you are grateful for in English. 3 simple sentences. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for this English lesson. I am grateful for the chance to improve. Step 2. Think about your English journey with gratitude. Are you grateful for the teachers who helped you? The videos you watched? The books you read? Say thank you, even silently. Step 3. Notice one beautiful thing today, in English. Describe it in a sentence to yourself. The sky today is a beautiful shade of blue. This practice connects gratitude to English in a natural, effortless way. No one reaches the top of a mountain alone. Every great achievement in history was built on the foundation of community. People who supported each other, challenged each other, and walked together. The journey is faster when you have company. The load is lighter when it is shared. And the view from the top is more beautiful when you see it with others. Elias has been walking with the 2 travelers he met at the crossroads. Their names are Mia and Samuel. Mia is quiet and thoughtful. Samuel is loud and full of energy. They are very different from each other. But together, they are stronger. When Elias feels tired and wants to stop, Samuel encourages him. Come on, we are almost there. Look at that view. It is incredible. When Samuel makes a wrong turn and goes too fast, Mia guides him back. Wait, look at the map. Let us think carefully before we move. And when Mia becomes too cautious and afraid to climb a difficult rock face, Elias holds out his hand. I will go first, he says. I will show you it is safe. Each of them has a gift. And together, they create something none of them could create alone. An old man had many sons who quarreled and fought constantly. One day, he called them together. He gave each one a single stick. Break it, he said. Each son broke his stick easily. Then the old man took the same number of sticks and tied them together into a bundle. Now break this bundle, he said. None of them could. The sticks together were unbreakable. This is the lesson, said the old man. Alone, each of you is weak. Together, you are unbreakable. Your English community is your bundle of sticks. Find your community. Support others. Let others support you. Step 1. Find one English learning partner. This can be a friend, a classmate, or someone from an online community. Practice English together for 15 minutes every week. This simple habit will transform your learning. Step 2. Comment in English on this video. Write one sentence. Any sentence. By sharing your words, you join our community. You become one of us. You are not alone. Step 3. Teach something you learned today to someone else. Explain one lesson from this video to a friend, in English or in your language. Teaching is the best form of learning. The final lesson is this: the valley was never just at the top of the mountain. The valley was inside you all along. The journey was not about reaching a place. The journey was about becoming a person who is patient, brave, grateful, consistent, and connected. When you become that person, you carry the valley inside you. Wherever you go, Elias, Mia, and Samuel reach the top of the mountain as the sun rises. Below them, the world stretches out in every direction. The sky is golden and pink. The air is crisp and clean. And in front of them, the valley of peace. It is exactly as beautiful as the stories said, green and golden, quiet and full of life. A river runs through it like a silver thread. Birds sing in the trees. But as Elias stands there, something unexpected happens. He realizes that he already feels the peace. Not because he is looking at the valley, but because of who he has become on the journey. He began as a lost young man at the bottom of a mountain. He arrives as something different. He is patient. He is courageous. He listens deeply. He speaks with confidence. He is grateful. He has community. He has habits. He has the valley inside him. A man once watched a butterfly struggling to break free from its cocoon. The struggle was hard. The butterfly pushed and pushed. It seemed like it would never get out. The man felt sorry for the butterfly. So he took a small knife and gently cut the cocoon open. The butterfly came out easily. But something was wrong. The butterfly's wings were small and crumpled. It could not fly. It crawled on the ground for a few days, and then it died. What the man did not know is this: the struggle to break out of the cocoon is what forces blood into the butterfly's wings. Without the struggle, the wings never develop. Without the struggle, there is no flight. Your English struggles, your mistakes, your embarrassments, your difficult moments, these are your cocoon. Every time you push through them, you push strength into your wings. And soon, very soon, you will fly. Step 1. Write down the 10 lessons from this video in your notebook. Write them in your own words, in English. This exercise will help you remember them forever. Step 2. Choose the one lesson that means the most to you. Focus on practicing that lesson this week. Small focus creates big results. Step 3. Come back to this video. Watch it again in 1 month. You will hear new things. You will understand more. And you will be amazed at how much your English has grown. I want to stop here for a moment. And I want to speak to you directly. Not to students. Not to English learners. To you. The person watching this video right now. I know that you are here because you want to improve. You want a better life. You want to communicate with confidence. You want doors to open for you that are currently closed. And I want to tell you something that I deeply believe. You can do this. Not because English is easy. English is not always easy. But because you, the person watching this, have already shown something very important. You showed up. You pressed play. You are still here, 35 minutes into a video, still listening, still learning. Most people give up long before this point. But you are still here. That is not a small thing. That is everything. And here is the beautiful double gift of what you are doing right now. Every time you listen to this story, you are improving your English listening skills. Your ears are getting sharper. Your vocabulary is growing. Your brain is learning the rhythm and flow of natural English. And at the same time, you are absorbing these 10 life lessons: patience, courage, gratitude, habit, community. These lessons will not just make you a better English speaker, they will make you a better person. That is the double win. Language and life, together. At the same time, in the same story. You are not just learning to speak English, you are learning to speak with wisdom. You are learning to carry these ideas, patience, courage, gratitude, into every conversation you have, in English and in life. And the world needs more people like that. People who are patient. People who are brave enough to speak. People who listen deeply. People who build community. The world needs you, so please do not give up. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Your valley is waiting for you. And you are already on the path. We have walked a long way together today. We followed Elias up a great mountain. We opened 10 doors together. We found 10 lessons that are older than any school, wiser than any textbook, and more powerful than any grammar rule. Let us remember them one last time, slowly, quietly. Door 1, begin. No matter what, begin. Door, be patient. Your roots are growing underground. Door 3, embrace failure. It is the soil of your growth. Door 4, listen deeply. Most people only hear, but you can truly listen. Door 5, speak with courage. Your voice deserves to be heard. Door 6, build your habit. Small actions every day forever. Door 7, choose your words with care. Words create your world. Door 8, practice gratitude, even for the difficult parts of the journey. Door 9, find your community. You are not meant to walk alone. Door 10, the valley is inside you. The journey makes you who you are. Elias reached his valley. Not because he was the strongest person on the mountain. Not because he was the most talented. Not because he never fell. He reached his valley because he kept going. Because every time he fell, he stood up. Because every time he was afraid, he spoke anyway. Because every time he was tired, he remembered why he started. And now I want to ask you something. A very personal question. What is your valley? What is the thing you are climbing towards? What is the life you want to live? What is the conversation you want to have? In English, with confidence, without fear. Write it down. Write it somewhere you can see it every day. Because that dream, that valley, is your reason to keep going. It is your reason to press play tomorrow. It is your reason to speak, to listen, to try, to fail, and to try again. Your English is not just a language skill. It is a key. It is a key that can open doors. Doors of opportunity, of connection, of understanding, of possibility. Doors that right now might seem locked. But they are not locked. They are just waiting for you to be ready. And today, you took one step closer to being ready. So from all of us at Narrative English, thank you for walking this path with us today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your courage to keep learning. If this video helped you, if it gave you even one idea, one feeling, one moment of inspiration, please share it. Share it with a friend who is also learning English. Share it with someone who needs encouragement. Because the best way to receive a gift is to pass it on. And if you have not already, subscribe to this channel. We will be here every week with a new story, a new lesson, a new journey. Because we believe, deeply and truly, that stories can change lives. And your story is still being written. Make it a beautiful one. This has been Narrative English. Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, and keep going.